Well, good morning, everyone. What is it, Una? Is everything okay? Is he all right? The doctor at the hospital is probably going to take an x-ray. That's right. Some do. Avi has bones just like you and me. That's your elbow, but there is a bone in there. Feel that? Bones are hard and you can feel them through your skin. Let's think about it. Where do we have bones? That's right. The bones in your hands allow you to pick things up. Everybody does. It's called your skull, and it protects your brain. The bones in your tails help you swim. Excuse me, doctor. What time is it? Uh-oh, sick guppies. Okay, I suddenly don't feel so well. Uh-oh, going over. It doesn't look good. Una, are you worried about Avi? Well, if the x-rays show any broken bones, then the doctor will put a cast on it so it can heal. Let's think about it. What do doctors do? Yep, and they use a stethoscope to listen to your... That's right, and they use a thermometer to take your... Yeah, they do, but shots are important. They keep you from getting sick. Line up, everybody. It's time to go outside.
Outside, everybody, outside. Line up, everybody, line up, line up, line up. My come. Everybody get out, get out, get everybody go. Outside. Here we go, everybody line up, here we go, outside. Everybody, let's go, get out, outside.
Puppies. Well, good morning, everyone. Wow, you guys sounded really spooky. Nope, there are no such things as ghosts, but it sure is fun to pretend. Oh boy, Gil, you know, that was really spooky. I sure have. Let's think about it. It was a dark and spooky night. And there was a haunted house on a hill. And when I got up to the house, I opened the big, creaky door. And when I went inside, all the lights went off. So it was really dark. And then, in the darkness, I saw a big orange... It's not until you carve a spooky face on it, then you call it a jack-o'-lantern. Spooky. Ooh. Me? Scared? It's gonna take something spookier than that to scare me. What vampire?
Bleh.
Oh, vampire! That's a great idea, Gil. Let's think about some spooky costumes we can wear to the haunted house party. You could put a sheet over your head and go as a... Ooh, spooky. You could also put on a pointy hat and pretend to be a... And if you talk like this and wear a long black cape, you'd be a... You could also dress up like a zombie. A zombie is a very spooky monster. I think I know who that ghost is. Do you know who's under the sheet? Who is it? Well, good morning, everyone. What kind of puppy, Gil? Oh, that's good. That means someone will take him home and give him a nice place to live. It sounds like that puppy would be a great pet, Gil. What about you guys? Have you ever thought about what kinds of pets you would like? Let's think about what kinds of animals make good pets. Gil wants to get a... Yep, a puppy. That's a great pet. What animal goes meow? Cats make great pets too. That's called a... Whoa, a dragon is a little... Okay, a guinea pig. All of these animals can make excellent pets. You just have to find the right pet for you. Whoa, that's a great drawing, Gobi. What is it? Wow. Oh, I know. Chimpanzee. Whoop, I give up. Can you guess what Dima is pretending to be? All right, a kitty cat.
Yep.
Very nice. Molly and Una are right. Taking care of a pet is a really big job. Well, let's think about how you take care of a pet. If your puppy is hungry, you'll have to give it. That's right. And puppies get thirsty too, so they need lots of... Oh yes, you have to give your puppy plenty of water to drink. Well, then you would put him on a leash and take him out for a... That's right, you take him out for a walk. Taking care of a puppy can be a lot of work. I am the Dragon Master. Behold! Wait! Owning a dragon puppy is a great responsibility. You must learn 2 commands that will keep her safe. Listen closely. Command number 1. When the dragon puppy has jumped up on something and you need her to get down, the command is... And number 2. If the dragon puppy picks something up and you want her to drop it, say, "Good girl." Now repeat them back to me. Very good. Remember these commands and you will keep your dragon puppy safe. You may adopt her. You are welcome. Oh yes, whatever you do, don't wake up the gorilla-gator. Say hello to your new puppy. That's right, he's coming with us. Are you going to take good care of him?
Hi, so glad you're here. It's me, Wyatt. Welcome to Storybook Village, where all our fairy tale friends live. Oh, look! Looks like our friend Pig needs our help. Let's go. Come on. Hey, look. Hi. There's Pig. Look. What's going on, Pig? This is terrible, don't you think? This sounds like a super big problem, and a super big problem needs us, the Super Readers. We need to call the rest of the Super Readers. Call them with me. Say, calling all Super Readers. Come on, to the book club. Wyatt here, and you. Say your name. Great, we're all here. Together, we will solve Pig's problem. Let's go. Okay, Pig, state your problem. Good question. When we have a question, we look. Let's read the title of this book. We know what to do. We need to jump into this book and find the answer to Pig's question. First, we look for super letters. And then put them in our super duper computer. Super duper computer, how many super letters do we need? Oh, in this story, we need 6 super letters. Then we'll get our super story answer. It's time to transform. Ready? Arms in. Put your arm in. Super Readers, Super Y with the power to read. And Super U with the power to help. Y Flyers. Let's read. Y Writer, highlight. Read with me. There once were 3 little pigs. First little pig built a straw house. The wolf blew the straw house down, just like Jill knocked your building down. And that, Super Readers, is why we are in this book. Jill and the wolf, keep your eyes out for super letters. You see super letters? Oh, yeah. Which letters did you find? An F and an I? Cool. We need to put them into our super duper computer. 4 more super letters, and then we'll get our super story answer. Excellent. We're the Super Readers, and we want to talk to you. Why are you not being nice? Super Y to the rescue! With the power to read, I can change this story and save the day. Let's change the word big in this sentence. Let's zap it. Ready, set, zap! Y Writer, right. Super Readers, which word is the opposite of big? Is it small, red, or good? Which is the word small? I think it has the all in it. Let's zap it into our sentence. Ready, set, zap! Let's read our new sentence and see what happens. There once was a small, bad wolf. Uh-oh, we made the wolf small, but he's still acting bad. We need to change the word bad. Let's zap it. Ready, set, Super Readers. What is the opposite of bad? Is it red, good, or small? Which one is the word good? I think it starts with the letter G. Let's zap it into our sentence. Ready, set, now we read. There once was a small, good wolf. Superb job, Super Readers. We changed the story. And now we can talk to the wolf. Small, good wolf. Why are you not being nice? Super duper computer! Give us our super story answer. Read the letters with me. F, R, I, E, N, D. Friend. But why? Friends! Hip hip hooray! The Super Readers saved the day!
Red Riding Hood rolling in. Okay, Wyatt, state your problem. Good question, Wyatt. Wonder Red! With word power! We need to talk to that boy. Let's roll. Well, first, you need something to draw with. Where are all of your art supplies? And round. Wonder Red to the rescue! With my Wonder Words basket, I can find something else for you to draw. What letter is this? B. And what sound does B make? B, B. And this says at. B, at. What word is this?
Bat!
Bat. Bat is an at word. I love at words. It's time to rhyme. hat, rat, bat. Wonderific, you're terrific. Hat, mat, cat. Wonderific, you're terrific at. Would you like to draw a bat? Okay. Let's try another at word. What letter is this? C. And what sound does C make? K, k. And this says at. K, at. What word is this? Cat. Do you want to draw a cat? Wonderific. You are terrific. We used our at words to find out what the boy likes to draw. And just in time. The Emperor is coming.
P is for pig. What book should we look in? Alpha Pig with alphabet power. Pretty cool wish. Alpha Pig to the rescue. With my lucky letter lasso, I can climb down into this cave and find Aladdin's lamp. We need to follow the alphabet letters to the bottom of the cave. Say the alphabet with me. A, B, C, D, E. Next, we need the letter F. Whoa. Be careful. Let's go. F, G, H, I, J, K. Uh-oh. Now we need the letter L. Onto the L. Let's keep climbing down. Come on. M, N, O, P. Now we need the letter Q. Where's the Q? Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Lickety letters! We climbed down to the bottom of the wall, all the way to the lamp. Let's give ourselves a big thumbs up.
Princess P, at your service. Peas and carrots, carrots and peas. Book come out, please, please, please. Princess Presto with spelling power. We're in the Gingerbread Boy book. Oh, my peas. How can we keep that fox from eating the gingerbread boy? Oh, Split Pea. It's much too dangerous. And there's a great big giant rock up there. Cue the sparkles. Cue the music. Princess Presto to the rescue! With my magic spelling wand, I can spell the word small. Ready? Wands up. Spell with me. What letter makes the sound S? S. Write a lowercase s with me, like a little snake. Whoa! Now, what letter makes the sound M? M. Write a lowercase m with me, like this. Oh my! All right. In the word small, the letter A makes an ah sound. Write a lowercase a with me. Whee! Now, what letter makes the sound L? L. In the word small, we need two L's. Let's write two lowercase L's. 1, 2. S, M, A, L, L, small. Presto! Woohoo! Spectacular spelling. We spelled small, and now we're small enough to fit inside the lamp. Let's take a bow. So my question is, what should I do to make my wish come true? So instead of my mom making my playtime palace, I can make it myself. Let's go back to my garden.
I'm going to make a playtime palace myself. I'm making a playtime palace. Oh, with a little door. I'm making a playtime palace.
One day, Edward was in the shed where he lived with the other engines. They were all bigger than Edward and boasted about it. "The driver won't choose you again," said Gordon. "He wants strong engines like us." "Would you like to come out today?" "Oh, yes, please," said Edward. So they lit his fire, made lots of steam, and Edward puffed away. The other engines were very cross at being left behind. Edward worked hard all day. The coaches thought he was very kind, and the driver was very pleased. "I'm going out again tomorrow," Edward told the other engines that night. "What do you think of that?" Edward went off to do some shunting. Edward liked shunting. It was fun playing with trucks. He would come up quietly and give them a push. Then he would stop and the silly trucks would go bump into each other. "Oh!" they cried. "Whatever is happening?" Edward played till there were no more trucks. Then he stopped to rest. Presently he heard a whistle. Gordon was very cross. Edward laughed and went to find some more trucks. Then there was trouble. "Gordon can't get up the hill," the porter called to Edward's driver. "Will you take Edward and push him, please?" And almost before he realized it, Edward was left out of breath and far behind. He ran on to the next station, and there he found that the driver and fireman were very pleased with him. The fireman gave him a nice long drink, and the driver said, "I'll get out my paint tomorrow and give you a beautiful coat of blue with red stripes. Then you'll be the smartest engine in the shed."
Edward has worked on the railway the longest. He knows everyone, and everyone knows him. One summer morning, Edward arrived at the docks. He had to pick up some heavy pipes. Edward looked at the crane. Gordon was right. "Then I don't think he can be really useful," chuffed Edward slowly. "He will only get in the way," echoed Edward. "New-fangled nonsense, Percy," puffed Edward, as grandly as he could. "I'm Edward," puffed Edward. "I don't need your help," sniffed Edward. "New-fangled nonsense." Edward was approaching a signal. He was thinking about Rocky, and he was going too fast. Suddenly, the signal changed to red. Edward screeched to a stop. But the sides of the freight cars collapsed. Steel pipes toppled all over the tracks. "Bust my buffers!" puffed Edward. He looked at the heavy pipes and wondered what to do. "No, no," whistled Edward. "Harvey is doing a fine job. We must be patient." But Edward knew this was a disaster, and he knew that Harvey couldn't lift Gordon. There was only one thing to do. "I'll go and get Rocky," Edward wished, and he raced off. "Rocky, we need your help," he whistled. "It's an emergency." Edward pulled Rocky up hills and down valleys. Edward felt very proud to be pulling the newest arrival on Sodor. Edward soon pulled up with Rocky. "I was silly to think you were newfangled nonsense," wished Edward to Rocky. "You might be new, but you're also really useful. Welcome to our island."
He then told Percy, Edward, and Thomas that they could go and play on the branch line for a few days. "Stop, stop, stop," screamed the trucks as they were pushed into their proper sidings. But the two engines laughed and went on shunting till the trucks were tidily arranged. Percy was left alone. He didn't mind that a bit. He liked watching trains and being cheeky to the other engines. "Hurry, hurry, hurry," he would call, and they got very cross. After a great deal of shunting, Percy was waiting for the signalman to set the point so that he could get back to the yard. He was eager to work, but was being rather careless and not paying attention. Edward had warned Percy, "Be careful on the main line. Whistle to the signalman you are there." But Percy didn't remember to whistle, so the busy signalman forgot him. Percy waited and waited. The points were still against him, so he couldn't move. Then he looked along the main line. Peep, peep! He whistled in horror, for rushing straight towards him was Gordon with the express. But Percy had begun to move. "I won't stay here. I'll run away," he puffed. After that, he was tired, but he couldn't stop. He had no driver to shut off steam and apply the brakes. The man in the signal box saw Percy was in trouble, so kindly set the points. Percy puffed wearily onto a nice empty siding, ending in a big bank of earth. He was too tired now to care where he went. "I want to stop! I want to stop! I have stopped!" he puffed thankfully. "Never mind, Percy," said the workmen as they dug him out. "You shall have a drink and some coal, and then you'll feel better." "I'm sorry I was cheeky," said Percy. "You were clever to stop." Then Gordon helped pull Percy out from the bank. Percy is still cheeky because he is that sort of engine, but he is always most careful when he goes on the main line.
Percy often has the dirtiest work to do, but he likes to be clean as well as any other engine. So washdowns are important to Percy. But the Fat Controller had bad news. Percy was upset. "I get dirty," he complained. "I need washdowns. Gordon only does it to feel important." "No, I'm not," wheezed Percy, and he chuffed away. Percy was loading trucks at the docks. He was trying extra hard to stay clean, but the troublesome trucks were being naughty. As Percy pushed them under the coal chute, they sang out. "On, on, on," they cried. Percy found himself under the chute, and coal dust flew everywhere. "Oh no," coughed Percy, "I'm filthy." Percy felt awful, but he knew he had to carry on. When Percy arrived at Callan Station, he was very upset. "From now on, I'm only doing work where I won't get dirty," he said. And he took off, blowing cinders and ashes everywhere. "Not again," Percy cried. "I want a washdown. We could take the sugar trucks." "Sugar," said Percy. "That's nice and clean." Percy was pleased. Percy didn't know that earlier a leaky truck had spilled oil on the track. When he approached the chocolate factory, his driver applied the brakes, but Percy's wheels just skidded on the oily rails. "Oh no!" hooted Percy. "Yuck!" he groaned. "I've never been this dirty." He was covered from funnel to firebox in sticky, gooey chocolate. Back at the sheds, everyone thought it was very funny. "You look good enough to eat," Thomas hooted. "So, you know what, James?" added Percy. Thomas returned with the trucks. At night, when the other engines are tucked away in their sheds, you can still hear the faraway call of an engine's whistle, and the clickety-clack of train wheels turning is the sound of the post train. One train is pulled by Thomas and the other by Percy, as the loads are too heavy for one engine to do the work alone. One night, Percy was waiting at the junction. The main line train was late. "Never mind," thought Percy. "It's nice to be up and about when it's the start of a new day and there's no one else around." His driver decided to set off early that evening. Thomas was waiting at the station. "Thank goodness I've a chance to speak to you. Driver said that the person in charge of the post has complained to the Fat Controller about the delay last night." "But that wasn't my fault," replied Percy. "I know," said Thomas, "and so does the Fat Controller, but this post person wouldn't listen. Tonight we'll just have to be quicker than ever before." The engines were just leaving the station when they heard a familiar buzzing. Where? That night, everything ran like clockwork. Thomas and Percy steamed through the stations, making good time everywhere they went. The next afternoon, Percy passed the airfield and saw Harold. "Hello, Lazy Wings. Are you too tired to fly today?" "You need rails," laughed Percy. "They work wonders, you know. Always." It was from the man who had missed his train. "He thinks you are both splendid," said the Fat Controller.
There are many beautiful places on the island of Sodor. The engines love the pretty watermill, the peaceful canals, and the castle on the lake. Toby's favorite place is the old windmill. The windmill is worn. It cannot make much flour now. Toby loves to watch the sails go round, and the miller is his friend. One day, Toby was collecting a load of flour to take to the market, but he was so busy watching the windmill sails that he forgot to look where he was going. All the flour was ruined, and the miller was upset. "If I can't sell my flour, I'll have to shut down the windmill." "I'm sorry," sighed Toby. Harvey arrived to put the trucks back onto the track. Toby was sad. What will the miller do if his mill shuts down? "It's a shame," said his driver, "but we must hurry, Toby. There's a storm on the way." Toby couldn't sleep that night. It wasn't the thunder and lightning that kept him awake. He was still worrying about the miller. That stormy night, the old windmill was struck by lightning. The next morning, Toby chuffed carefully along his branch line. The storm had torn trees from the ground, and the farm buildings had been damaged. Then Toby saw the most shocking sight of all. "The windmill is broken," he cried. "This means the end of my business," said the miller, sadly. "I can't afford the timber to make the repairs." Toby really wanted to help. There must be a way. Harvey and Terence were clearing the track, so Topham Hatt was cross. But Toby had an idea. "Please, sir, the windmill has been broken. The wood from this tree can mend it and make it work again." Toby proudly took the tree to the miller. Toby watched as the work began. But at last, the windmill was completed. Sir Topham Hatt was most impressed. The miller was grateful. "Thank you, Toby. Your idea saved my windmill." Toby beamed happily. Now the windmill produces more flour than ever before, and Toby makes twice as many deliveries to the market. He never tires of watching the sails go round, and he is very proud that the miller now calls it Toby's windmill.
The cars decided to bump him anyway. They reached the level crossing and Toby's brakes came on. This was the signal for the freight cars. "On, on," they yelled. Toby was away, with the cars screaming and yelling behind him. No one realized that melted snow had turned a stream ahead into a torrent, and the bridge above it was about to collapse. "Stop! Stop!" cried Toby. His driver fought for control. They came nearer and nearer to the bridge. It was all or nothing now. The driver braked hard. Toby stopped, still on the rails, but with his wheels treading the tightrope over the abyss. Mavis was horrified and quickly came to the rescue. Workmen anchored Toby with ropes while she pulled the freight cars away. Then she helped Toby to safety. "Oh, well," said Toby, "my driver told me about circus people who walk tightropes, but I just didn't fancy doing it myself."
Toby was feeling miserable. Everywhere was wet, wet, wet. His branch line runs through a village. The water in the river had risen with the rain. Only the Great Wall, known as a dam, was stopping the water from overflowing. Percy arrived just as Toby was about to inspect the dam for any damage. "I'll try," replied Toby bravely. His journey took him over a wooden bridge at the end of the village. The river surged dangerously beneath it. Harold the helicopter was inspecting the dam as Toby arrived. The dam did not look safe at all. Toby was very worried. Soon he knew why. Toby shunted back as fast as his wheels would let him. "It doesn't look safe to me," wailed Toby. Toby was halfway across the bridge when disaster struck. "Help!" called Toby. As Toby floated helplessly on the floodwaters, they passed a sign that made them shudder. "Beware the waterfall." Then they saw Harold, who swooped low and shouted urgently to them. And they did, to one of Toby's buffers. Just then Percy arrived. Harold flew over to him. Toby was safe at last. When the floods were over and the dam mended, the villagers had a big party for Toby, hosted by Sir Topham Hatt. "Oh, I'm sure you would be, but you never know till you've tried."